Hello, YouTube. This is Insane Monster. Now then, this will be part 5 of What If Asta Had Ultra Sans' powers. Now, some of you in the past have commented about the name, but to remind you, this is not the Ultra Sans that you are particularly thinking of. It's Ultra with a exclamation mark. Not Ultra Tail. This is Ultra Tail, not Ultra... You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But either way, I do hope that you will enjoy. Please remember to look at the previous vids of this What If before watching this one so that you are caught up with the story for this What If you haven't seen it. With all that said, hit it. Now then, with their encounter done with the Eye of the Midnight Sun leader and the other 3 top-ranking members, Veto, Raya, and Fauna, over with, the Magic Knight captains were called in for a meeting, requesting Asta also come. As he did oblige and go along. Upon arriving, Julius told Yami to go over and meet with the other captains and wait, while him and Marks take Asta. He was fine with that, telling him to make sure to return Asta later. With Julius laughing, stating, "Of course, Yami." As they were going, Julius was just thinking about the magic that was used by the Eye of the Midnight Sun, wishing he was there. Also looking back at Asta, asking, "And I also heard you advanced your soul magic. I heard that it was actually black?" As Asta looked at him, stating, Yeah, I more or less got a new aspect to it, I guess." As Julius just looked at him with such excitement, Asta could tell what he wanted. So he conjured up his black soul magic that was linked to Libe, creating a right dragon bone wing as well as a bone tail that immediately reached into his grimoire, grabbing the demon dweller sword, working as the end of its tail. With Julius looking at this, "Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, it even takes your newest sword and uses it as a blade end of its tail. Fascinating." As March reminds him, "Sir, we do have to bring him somewheres, if you do remember." As Julius just snaps out of it, stating, "Oh, yes, sorry about that, Marks." As they go on down, and they reveal that they need Asta's anti-magic swords, explaining that the 2 mages that they caught from the attack on the capital were actually having their memories protected through magical means in their minds, and that his anti-magic swords could get rid of them. Smirking, he looks over at them and pulls out the Demon Slayer sword. As he walks up, he states, "Oh, that's no problem. It's just as simple as 1, 2, 3. Tapping each of them on the head, dispelling the magic, as they are now able to look through their memories. While this was going on, back with the captains, goes similar to as in canon, though there are some questions for Yami. As Legoleon Legoleon isn't there since he was injured and is unconscious, and that has caused some tension knowing that. As he looks over at Yami, we see Nozel just staring at Yami as he pipes up stating, "Is there any explanation you could give for your new squad member?" Yami looking at him, he asks, "Huh? You mean the kid?" As Yami thinks and states, "I honestly don't know what to tell you. I met him in a passing moment and gave him some basics on using a sword, and very little on ki. He picked it up even better than he did before after that whole fight we had. As for his magic, I'm as dark as you are. I know that he has magic, we all do, but we can't sense it. And he seems to be able to use anti-magic. And now it looks like he has an addition to his so-called soul magic that created that black bone dragon wing and tail. But I gotta say, I am just glad he's a member of my squad, as Yami's being smug about it, causing some tension between the captains, with Jack stating, "Ah, oh, yes, and he is interesting. I'd love to slice him up." With Yami looking at Jack stating, you stay away." As the captains are called in, stating that the Wizard King is ready for them, they are led to the dungeon where the the Midnight Sun members are being held. As Julius reveals that there was a traitor that assisted the enemy in infiltrating their capital. As this did not sit well with the captains, they were wondering who. As they asked the Midnight Sun members, they revealed it to be the captain of the Purple Orcas. As he begins to freak out, saying, "No, they're lying. They're criminals after all. How can you trust them over me?" As Mark states, "My memory magic prevents them from lying." As he backs up, he freaks, stating, "I will clear my name and return triumphant," disappearing. As they get annoyed by this, Yami isn't really that worried, as they discuss what to do now since his transparent magic makes him untouchable by their magic. As Yami just smirked, stating, "It's fine. After all, the kid's already on it." Seeing that Asta's not there anymore, but Yami laughing, he states, "The kid's pretty unique, able to use anti-magic and some other magic that we can't even sense. He can sense ki pretty good now, and he's also able to pick out an individual soul that he's looking for in an area. So I don't think we'll have too much trouble." As the captain is just running for his life, as he's trying not to get captured for treason against the Clover Kingdom, Asta just appears in a flash right behind him. Looking back, feeling something's off, he sees Asta as he's struck by the Devil Slayer sword sent back. Asta yelling at him. You're a magic knight captain. Why would you betray the kingdom? As he yells out, you know nothing. You are just some filthy commoner. As he creates his transparent magic armored knights in order to attack Asta. Asta, not wasting any more time, conjures up his soul magic. With the Demon Slayer sword taking into the black soul magic tail, the tail extends, swiping at all of the transparent knights, destroying them. As he begins to freak, he hurries up and turns invisible, with Asta stating, sorry, but that ain't gonna work. His gauntlets covering his fists, as his free hand forms a pistol. He faces it up into the air and stated, it doesn't matter if I can't see you. I already know where you are. And even if I didn't know that, I wouldn't miss. Shooting 6 shots up in the air. These bullets were made out of yellow soul magic. The soul of justice. And for one guilty, especially of such treason and serious crimes like him, it's like a moth to the flame. Only thing different about this situation is that, oddly enough, the flame is chasing the moth. As the bullets go directly for the captain, striking him, causing immense pain. He falls to the ground, heaving, stating, why? That should have passed through me. Magic's not supposed to touch me. And I'm not even injured. Why did that hurt so much? As Asta tapped his sword on the captain, undoing his invisibility, Asta stated, those bullets tracked down the guilty that I'm looking for. And not only that, it's from soul magic. I more or less attacked your soul itself to have a reaction effect on your body. Even if you can't see the damage, you'll still feel it. And it will feel horrible the more guilty you are. As he begins to freak, he tries to use another spell to attack, only to have Asta reel his fist back, punching him in the gut. As he's reeling from this insane punch, he rose up from the pain. He looks up at Asta, heaving, stating, I am going to kill you. With Asta just smirking, stating, tell me that after the karma. With a confused look on his face, he then feels it. Multiple impacts, similar to the one he just suffered, hit him in the same spot, without Asta even moving. As he's just passed out from the pain at this point. With the Magic Knight captains coming in crashing, they were expecting to use rubble from the castle to smash him. They didn't expect Asta to do this. Yami looking at the kid, stating, damn kid, is he alive? Poking at the captain of the Purple Orcas with his foot, as they just hear a groan of pain. Asta remarking, yeah, he's alive. Though I don't think he'll find the situation he got himself into very humorous. With Yami's eye twitching, stating, oh my god, stop! Just stop! As they were able to restrain the captain a bit more easily than in canon without serious magic, and take his grimoire from him, that he couldn't use his magic at all. Well, the spells, anyways. As Mark was able to use his magic to get all the confessions from him for all of his wrongdoing. His assets were seized, as well as anything he stole, and all of his collaborators were also captured. So it was wrapped up, well, not tightly. All in all, this was a huge mess. As Julius looks at the captains in Asta, asking them to please further their efforts to protect our country, especially after this, to be careful. Even if they caught a captain who turned traitor on them, it is possible that there may be others. Stay vigilant. As the captains disperse, we see Captain Vengeance as he just turned into somebody else, sighing as he remarked, "Good, the illusion magic held out long enough. Well, barely." As they see the spatial mage of the Eye of the Midnight Sun opening a portal to get out of there as soon as possible. As this was going on, he presented himself to the Third Eye members, giving them the report. As Raya states, that kid's pretty interesting. That same multi-impact from one hit ability he has, he used on you, didn't he, Veto?" With Veto just scoffing, stating, "Kill that brat!" As Fauna agreed with this sentiment. As now they look at Luck, Licht. They looked at Licht, who is inside of what looks to be some kind of tank, trying to recover from his injuries. With this, Asta and Yami were called into the Wizard King's office after the whole ordeal, with him asking them and the rest of the Black Bulls to go on certain missions for them. They already know that the Eye of the Midnight Sun are after the magic stones, like the one that they took from Phlegonion, and that they'll be sending them on missions to retrieve the other ones they can find. That they should be careful. As Yami accepts, as well as Asta, they go back to the hideout and tell the Black Bulls what happened. Obviously, they were surprised that one of the captains of the Clover Kingdom was actually a traitor that helped cause the whole mess with the attack on the capital. But even more surprised that they're being trusted with such an important mission to get the magic stones that their enemies are also after. With this, we will end this part right here. I do hope you have enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and set it to all. Remember to do this because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps promote my videos in search engines and such. So, like I said, do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Later!